What's up, my pod people? Welcome back to another episode of the ALTHEA podcast. It's me, your host, Brandon, back at it again with another opinion for you guys. If you haven't checked out the last episode where we tried to understand how to get out of the friend zone, well, why don't you just head over to our YouTube channel? You can check us out on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SoundCloud. If you came across the podcast on random, thank you for choosing to listen in. For everybody that had listened to last week's episode, that liked, left reviews, I really appreciate you guys. I'm glad you guys like the content. But yeah, for today's episode, it's something very deep, I should say. But it will be fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and I hope you guys like what comes next. But I feel like today's topic is a very relatable one. It's something all of us has faced before, well, sometimes in our life. It's part of growing up. Although for some it can either be a lifelong struggle. It just depends on how you deal with it while you're actually in the situation. So for today's episode of the ALTHEA podcast, episode 2, we're going to be talking about how toxic self-doubt is. Now, if you are like me, you've probably asked yourself some of these questions before, like, why do I feel like this? How do I stop it? Or what am I doing or not doing that is making me feel like this? There's so many words to describe how we feel about ourselves, what we think about ourselves, and how we act towards other people and things like that. It's understandable if all these different concepts start blending together for you, but you need to understand that these concepts are completely separate. All of them are very separate and they have their own unique meanings and all of that. But for most of us, actually all of us, we've experienced self-doubt at some stage in our life. But it's what we do, how we cope with it, that makes a difference between whether you're struggling with it chronically or if you let it go fairly quickly. You can actually break it down into two parts. So there's healthy and unhealthy self-doubt. For those of you guys that don't believe me when I say that there is actually a healthy self-doubt, you can go on Google right now and you can go check it out. There's loads of articles based on healthy self-doubt and that. But basically what it is, healthy self-doubt, it helps you to realize that you're not always right. For people like me and a lot of people that I know, which is very hard. But yeah, it helps you realize that you are not always right. It helps you kind of just reflect on the challenges and the obstacles that you had and how you dealt with it and how it affected you and what the results were and things like that. So at the end of the day, healthy self-doubt actually makes you a little bit more humble. But then you get unhealthy self-doubt, which is where you start to stand in your own way, if I can say it like that. When we start finding it hard to see things about ourselves, like see any good things about who you are, because how are you supposed to stay motivated to do anything if you can't see any of the good qualities you need to do anything? It's like having something constantly eat at you, like piece for piece for piece, until you have absolutely nothing left. It's that way. It's to the point where the smallest failure that you have, you use that to validate how you feel about yourself, and you use small failures to validate your self-doubt and to have like pity parties for yourself and things like that. But the problem with all of this is that when you convince yourself that you can't do something, you actually make less of an effort while trying to do it. And when you have this why bother attitude, it increases the chances for you to fail. So that just brings you right back to the beginning all over again. And sometimes we come up with all these new ways of shifting the blame from ourselves to anything we can think of. So like just to tell ourselves that it wasn't our own capabilities and it wasn't my fault, it was because of the situation. But if you keep doing that, you run the risk of thinking that you're bad at everything, but at the end of the day you completely forget how good you are at something if you actually put your mind to it. Now, like everything else in life, there's always solutions to everything, but you need to remember that with the problem of self-doubt, everybody gets hit by self-doubt completely differently. So that just means that the solution that works for someone else might not work for you. You need to find that one solution that fits perfectly with your situation. One of my favorite ways of dealing with self-doubt is if you get a good group of friends. If you have good friends that can be honest with you, and it's friends that you vibe with and friends that you connect with, that helps a lot when it comes to self-doubt, because they can reflect things off you. They can reflect things off you sometimes when it's hard for you to see the good in yourself. If you have these type of friends, they can take that and show you like, yeah, this is how we see you. You are good at this. So having these type of friends, it's very good for you, because what happens at the end of the day if you don't is you tend to start isolating yourself, and that just takes the downward spiral of self-doubt even worse. So surround yourself with people that you can trust, that you know are going to be straightforward you, even though it hurts listening to what they have to say. But having friends that will tell you like it is, and tell you when you're being stupid, and tell you why you shouldn't do this, and tell you, hey, you know what, you are actually very good at this one thing. Having friends that can do that for you will make a world of a difference. But remember, that doesn't mean go and find straightforward people to hang out with. No. You need to find people that you vibe with, people that are connected to you, because dealing with self-doubt, it's not a matter that you can do with random people. You really can't, because at the end of the day, if you don't connect with that person, the way it's going to come across is it's going to come across as a hurtful criticism, and that's just going to make everything worse for you. But I'm pretty sure that all of us can agree that these days social media is one of the biggest factors out there affecting our self-doubt, especially for people that are younger, or people in high school, or those people that are just entering university. But I think it's because of the fact that there's an actual number that says what society thinks about your self-worth. Think about it this way: when you dictate your life based on a number of how other people see you, people that don't even know you, basically what you're doing is you are trying to make a movie based on a trailer that you saw on Facebook. That's basically what you're doing. You're making a movie out of a trailer that you saw somewhere. Because you need to understand that the people online, they show you what they want you to see. That's not their real day-to-day. That is their highlight reel. So why are you basing yourself on a 15-minute to 20-minute video of a person's life? So you basing how you feel about yourself and what you think you can do and how you think people see you and what your worth is based on a 15-minute video of someone that you don't even know. Now, having thousands of subscribers and having all these likes, it doesn't necessarily mean that these people like or vibe with you. It doesn't. It just means that these people like the look or maybe the aesthetic of the specific post that you have. So why are you letting these people that don't know you dictate who you are? And you're not alone in the self-doubt. It's something that affects everybody in different ways. Even these social media stars that you look up to and that you try to emulate, even them, a lot of them are still sitting in the waiting room of the self-doubt club. So, start giving yourself a little bit more credit. Because when you start realizing how amazing you actually are, things will change for you a lot. So remember, if you ever put in a situation where you or someone asks you, what do you bring to the table? Your answer needs to be, I brought the damn table. It's called self-doubt for a reason, which means no one else can complete the process for you but you. It's your struggle to overcome, but keep in mind, it's not a change that can be forced. If you do force it, you might end up prematurely overcoming it, and overcoming it in that regard, I'm using quotation marks now. What ends up happening is you don't really move past it, you just shove it to the side so that you can't see it. And when you do that, you leave massive gaps in your life for this monster of self-doubt to basically slide right back into your life. So you know what? Deal with it appropriately. Deal with it in steps. Complete the process. Don't try to, cheat yourself out of overcoming it properly. But I hope that for all of you guys listening, that if you're feeling a little bit down, or if you're feeling like your self-esteem needs a little bit of a boost, the people that can boost that self-esteem, it's all the people around you, but the main person that can boost it is yourself. All it needs is a perspective change. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say like that perspective change is easy, because it's not. It's never easy. But hopefully you get there slowly but surely. But hey, it comes to that time of the episode where I got the hookup for you guys. Have you guys heard of Stay Beautiful with ALTHEA? If not, let me explain. Stay Beautiful with ALTHEA is a platform where men and women can find their beauty within and enhance the beauty on the outside. Oh, gevaarlijk, no? With beauty and hair products that are cruelty-free and contains natural ingredients, they also give back to malnourished kids by providing food and education. That's cool. If you would like to purchase any of these products or donate to feed a child, I'll put the link in my description box like I did last week. But yeah, also if you would like to follow Stay Beautiful on social medias, she has a YouTube channel. Obviously her name is ALTHEA. I'm sure a lot of you guys know her. Very beautiful, very beautiful. She has a YouTube channel that you guys can go check out. She also does like motivation videos and that. So if you guys want to go check that out, the title is Stay Beautiful with ALTHEA. If you guys want to catch her on Facebook, it's also at ALTHEA DEW. If you guys want to catch her on Instagram, it's the same, at ALTHEA DEW. But yeah, go check it out. See the products that they have, see the content that she does, and just assist, because like I said, most of the proceeds go to feeding malnourished youth in Africa. So go show some support, go check out her content, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will enjoy. But hey, that's it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed the message on how to get rid of self-doubt and recognizing it in yourself, why don't you leave a like, leave a comment in there so we can get the conversation going. I would really like to hear what you have to say. If there's any struggles that you have faced regarding self-doubt, it would be cool just to share that story. Maybe you will inspire someone in the comment section. You never know, so we can get that started definitely. But if you guys wanna go like and subscribe, we have a YouTube channel, we have Instagram, we have a Twitter account, we have if you guys want to stream these episodes, if you are into podcast streaming, or if you're on any music sites, you can go visit us at iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SoundCloud. Or you can even go on Buzzsprout's website, because the podcast is hosted there, so you guys can catch us there as well. But yeah, that's at the end of the episode, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I hope you guys took in what was said today. And remember, this is just my opinion. If you have another opinion, that's fine. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys.